Alright, welcome to class, guys. Another day in history. Today we'll be talking about another important issue defining American imperialism through political cartoons. So today's learning target is students will be able to analyze and describe political cartoons from the 1900s, early 1900s. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of a political cartoon before? In the newspaper, right? Right? Okay, so we're going to go through some examples here to kind of help you guys go through the analyzing of a cartoon. First, let's look at some that you may see today. Alright, this first one here, my life sucks. You see two mosquitoes. My life sucks. Second one says congratulations, right? Pretty funny. What do we see here? Anybody want to talk about that one?
A bunch of supposed to be children playing, but they're all on their phones.
Yeah, so one of those stigmas we see today, and nobody playing outside really. And then do we know who these guys are down here? You guys ever heard of Charlie Brown?
Oh,
Peanuts?
oh yeah.
Okay. Alright, so they're doing some weird stuff there, right? So that's kind of like a modern day cartoon. This is maybe one of the most political they are out of the three here, just one of the issues that we're dealing with, right? Okay, so what are we looking for in cartoons? We are looking for like words, like the literal meanings, the figurative meanings, I would guess, the design, how, the placement, where the cartoon is, what is where, the color, the emphasis, so why, the symbolism, so why is that there, think about it a little bit. The target audience, who is it for? Is it for older people, younger people, white people, black people, anything like that? Time period, when was it done? So those ones are done more recent. We're going to take a step back and look at more older ones from the past, and so those will be targeted towards older people, presumably. The author, by who? So the author and the target audience are kind of related. If you have a biased opinion about something, we know what bias is. Right? Okay. If you have a biased opinion on something, then the author may try to persuade you in the same bias that you have, or going against your opinion in another way. Okay, so now let's look at some specific examples. Who has seen this before? All right, page 9, good. What is it? What is it? Can you guys explain a little bit?
The 13 colonies.
Okay, the 13 colonies. Gage, what else can you say?
They're trying to unite the 13 colonies against the British.
Okay. What do we see there? We see join or die. What about all these other little abbreviations? What do those mean?
The colonies.
Those are the colonies, right? So it's all parts of a snake, right? And you guys know who the author was, by any chance? He wasn't a president, but he had his little glasses. I think he invented bifocals, maybe. He is now Benjamin Franklin, right?
That guy.
$100 bill, maybe. So what else do we know? There's not really any color, right? Who would be the target audience here? We're trying to talk to the British, or are we trying to persuade the Americans?
Persuade the Americans.
Okay. And the main message is, you guys said, to join together, right? Okay. So let's look at this. So we got words, we got join or die, plus the additional states, the 13 colonies. All parts of the snake. It was actually in the newspaper. I guess it's all important due to the color. Coloring's pretty much the same. We got the pieces equal to colonies. We kind of said that already. Target audience, American colonists, time period, American Revolution, Ben Franklin. All right. So now it's your turn to decide on a cartoon. So we are going to be looking at another assignment here. So I'll give each one of you guys a copy, and if we're going to work together in groups, we can do that. Let me get some pencils. Okay, so this assignment, we're going to be looking at more political cartoons. However, these are going to be from the 19th and or late 19th century and early 20th century. So your directions here, we're just going to do the first one. However, we'll do the second two later on in the week. So the first one, we're going to pick one of the 5 cartoons we have on the pages in the back here, and then you have 4 questions you're going to analyze. So go ahead, and if you guys want to work together, you can. You guys want to work together? Okay. So what cartoon do you guys want to pick here?
It's the first one.
Okay. So let's see if you guys can get those questions answered. What do you see? What do you guys see going on there?
That America's getting bigger as time goes on.
Okay. So would that be the answer to the first question there?
That's a, I'd say so.
Okay. So as we get older, we get bigger.
We're talking about adding more like countries and
More territory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Okay. It says underneath there
We're
that
expanding.
a lesson for anti-expansionists. So getting fat's probably not the best idea, right?
So adding more territory.
Okay. And the second one is talking about the historical context. So it's kind of talking in a briefly, it's talking about the whole timeline of American history from 1783 all the way up to the end of the 19th century there in 1899. So what do you guys think would be the historical context there? What's this new age of imperialism we've been talking about all week? America's growing, right? They want to project more power militarily, economically, socially over other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that may or may not be a good idea, right? We haven't got there yet, but maybe we've got there in our minds.
So I said like the debate behind whether or not expanding and adding more territory is good or not.
Right on. Okay. The third question there, what are some techniques used by cartoonists? So in this cartoon, what are some of the techniques here? We can go back here and look at, we have words, design, placement, color, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
There's a lot of
Red, white, and blue.
America,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
America's
So we
huge.
got some prominent colors.
I noticed the boat in the last one. Like they each
Boat.
have little things. Like
Oh, yeah.
like they're
So yeah, naval power is very important this
Yeah.
time. Okay, so we could talk about symbolism there. And the last question says, what is the overall position of the cartoon? You guys think about that one.
Looks negative towards the issue.
Okay. The issue of expanding. Alrighty. Well, we'll keep working on this as the period goes on and the week goes on, but now you guys are more familiar with political cartoons, and now you can analyze not only the obvious, but kind of reading between the lines of a political cartoon and better formulate an opinion on whether the political issue is good or bad. So, good job today, students.